I'm Sue from Aging Joyfully. Steve is working today, but I'm going to tell you about having Lyme disease. Can you believe it? Sammi gave me Lyme disease. Well, she didn't actually give it to me herself, but I got it because of Sammi. I've been taking Sammi in and out so many times throughout the night that I've been sleep deprived for a while. But I have been checking my shoes, picking them up and flipping them over every single time. Generally, I have socks on, but the one time I remember I didn't check my shoes. And I remember thinking, okay, I was checking for large bugs because we had some large water bugs come in our house after it finally rained after 6 weeks of no rain. I don't know where these water bugs came from, but we saw some in our house. So I was checking for large bugs. So that night that I took her out, I didn't check my shoes. And I kind of jiggled them with my foot, being lazy and being tired. Shortly after that, I had a tremendous pain in the top of my right foot. And I noticed it looked like tunnels around a bite. It looked like a bite with tunnels going around it, and it looked like poison going through the tunnels. And shortly after that, I got a bullseye on the top of my foot. Now, if that isn't scary, well, there had just been a big story in the news about a woman in the Athens area who got bitten by brown recluse spiders, which I didn't know were big in Georgia. And she's in the hospital, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I should take this seriously. So I went to urgent care, and the doctor there said she's treating me for Lyme disease. And then she wanted to take my blood, and I don't know when the blood work would come back, but since she was treating me for Lyme disease, I thought, why do I need to know? And I really didn't think it was a tick. I really believed it was a spider or an ant. We've noticed ants in Sammy's pen area where she goes to the bathroom. We keep moving the pen around, and there's there's usually ant hills, and there's none of those. So these are, I guess, black ants. Maybe they don't build usually you get these big red mounds that there's ants. So we kept moving it, and with Sammi so low to the ground, she's been bringing something in, or I would actually carry her out on my arm, I'd carry her outside to go to the bathroom, and at first had 2 large bites on my arm that hurt, but they didn't hurt very long. But this bite on my foot has been very painful for 2 days. At one point, after I noticed the bullseye rash, my whole body started to itch from the tip of my fingers to my toes to the bottom of my feet, and it was over a 10 in pain. It was very painful to have your toes itch, your feet, your hands. I figured the venom was going through my body. So it was after that I went to the urgent care. Now, she said she'd treat me, and we wouldn't know for sure till the blood work came back, and I said, I don't want to pay for the lab work. That's $200 or $300, and I'll just take the treatment like I have it. And then she gave me this fat pamphlet of why I probably have it. It's from a bacteria carried by a tick, so you can't get it from a spider or ant bite. And I told her I thought it was probably an ant bite, perhaps a spider bite. And she said, well, we treat it the same way. So I don't know what she's treating, if it's not Lyme disease, what the spider or ant can give you. But obviously it was a poison that went through my body that made my entire body itch. That was very, very uncomfortable. And I thought if I just took those precautions, checked my shoes, wore socks. Okay, and Steve had just bought off. We didn't open it yet, and so I didn't have that ready. Typically, I wear a hat when I'm cutting the grass or out for long periods of time. But here's what it said in this pamphlet. Okay, how to prevent it. Cover your skin with light cover clothing when outdoors. Spray clothing and skin with bug spray, so the off that we had bought. Avoid wooded, grassy, and shaded areas. Remove yard litter, brush, trash, and plants that attract deer and rodents. So we have a fenced-in yard, so we shouldn't have too much of that. Check your body for ticks. I've always checked for ticks, but I always check my hair. I was under the impression they always went to your hair, but the tick bites I've had now actually have been on my leg and foot now, so you need to check ticks all over your whole body, not just your hair. Shower after being outdoors. Okay, I never saw a bug or tick. It said how to remove it, but I never had it. There was nothing on me. That's why I didn't think it was a tick, because I thought an ant could bite and leave or a spider could bite and leave. I've never saw a tick. Okay, so you should contact your healthcare provider if you have symptoms after you're treated. If you have irregular heartbeat, chest pains, nerve pains, your face feels numb, you get a stiff neck, a severe headache, nausea or vomiting, or sensitivity to light. Lyme disease is an infection that can affect many parts of the body, including the skin, joints. So now she told me that it was good I came in when I did come in because there's a 5-day window. If you don't go in within that 5 days, they can't treat you. But I told her I suspected maybe I'd been bitten 3 days earlier because I had had a runny nose solid for 3 days. Plus I'd been so tired, and it was so unusual because it was more tired than just being sleep deprived with Sammy. I was just exhausted, where I just was thinking, do I have COVID? So she said that 3 days is still within the 5-day window. So if you don't come in that window period, they can't treat you, and it goes to your joints or your heart or causes major lifelong problems. Now, I don't know 100% sure that I really have Lyme disease. I believe it's probably something else, because I think the odds of, first of all, being bitten by a tick with Lyme disease are slim, and then to get it, I don't know. I feel like it's something else, but I'm taking this antibiotic for 2 weeks just to be sure, because I don't want to go into my joints or heart or really affecting me. It says to spray your bare skin, the top of your boots, your pant legs, your sleeve cups. When I do cut the grass, I generally was wearing pants. I just switched to shorts recently because of the tremendous heat, but usually I wore pants because of bugs and things. And I do have knee-high rubber boots that I had been wearing outside, and I switched to shoes. I don't know why. The rubber boots are easy to slip your feet in and out when I'm taking Sammy in and out, and they keep you away from bugs. But now she could have brought the bug into the house. I do check her every time I come in because she has white fur, but there's one type of tick that's so small, it's the size of a pinhead. You cannot even see it. So it could be that I had that tick. I don't honestly know. I still believe it was an ant bite with the number of ants we have. We did just order some spray to spray the yard for ants and ticks, and Sammy was unable to take anything until after I got bitten. She went and got a pill from the vet. That was the first time she was able to take a pill that is for fleas, ticks, and I think heartworm maybe. I don't know. Because of her age, you know, you have to wait to give her rabies shots, and you're not supposed to use certain chemicals on her, like for fleas or anything like that. That's why we gave her a bath in Dawn, which we did a video about that. Tuck your pant legs into your sock. If you go on a trail, go in the middle so you're not touching brush. Now we just made a video of walking Sammy, and she was getting me to the edge of the trail. I do wonder if we picked up the tick on that trail, because it seems more likely than our yard. That trail would have deer, and it was pretty heavily wooded. And then check for ticks on clothing, hair, and skin while outside, and check again before you go inside. Shower after being outdoors. Check your body for ticks. Okay, it tells you the correct way to remove it. And somewhere in here, it did tell me to stay hydrated, which is important all of the time, especially in the summer. I'm not sure if it's more important with Lyme disease or they're just saying that with every illness. So a bullseye rash can be serious. It's the first time in my life I've ever had a bullseye rash. I'm pretty sure I've had tick bites before and didn't get a bullseye rash. That's what was concerning. But of course, I don't know if this was a tick or a spider or an ant. But I've never had a bullseye rash. So if you have that, fevers, chills, heart problems, definitely go to a healthcare provider. Seems that bugs are on the uptick this year. Everything seems to be more. We do have a ton of spiders and a ton of ants. We have not noticed ticks. We have not noticed ticks on Sierra or on Sammy. So take care of yourself. I hope you're enjoying this summer, having a good time, going on vacation, spending time with your family. Till we see you again, take it easy.